What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Eternity. We've got Nightmare mode at last. Now, right now, Nightmare is buggy and laggy as hell, disappearing mobs all over the place, but I'm sure that's soon to be fixed. But I'm going to do a little Nightmare mode guide on every map over the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and get started with the Deeper Well. Now, the Deeper Well is pretty easy. Now, although all these strategies I use, I'm starting to build a pretty decent set of gear. You don't need to have gear like this to use these strategies. Anything in the, as long as you're pushing close to 2K, not even, 1500 plus on your main stats for your builders, you'll have no problem completing any of these Nightmare maps using these strategies. So the Deeper Well, we're going to go pretty monk heavy. In fact, we're going to start right off. We'll start just about every map off with our Aura Monk, as auras are kind of the foundation for every strong build. Good auras, and the rest comes easy. So those of you building up, your summoner or your app or whatever you're doing, start off with a monk. Make your life simple. So we're going to put a full 4 aura stack. Now, where you put your stacks on each side is going to depend on your range, as you want to make sure you're going beyond the top of the stairs right here. That way your buff beam has no problem hitting it. We're going to go ahead and put our range, say right about there, which is more than sufficient amount of room. We're using the 4 main auras, Enrage, Entrapment, Enrage, Ensnare, a little Electric, and of course the Strength Drain. So we don't have enough to put up the full stack here at the beginning. I don't think I missed any chests, no. So let's just go ahead and let it start, and our auras should be able to close the deal right here in wave 1. So you just want to run around and collect up as much mana as you can. The aura that I left short was the Enrage aura over on this side, but as you see, that was more than sufficient and all we needed. So let's go ahead and get our Enrage aura up right here, and then we'll be good to go to get some boosts and eventually some archers going. I've kind of chosen archers, the summoner, as my main DPS, as I know a lot of people have. And they're just badass. I mean, you can't really... Oops, dang it. You can't complain about having an archer. Didn't switch over fast enough, so I lost my mana that was on the ground there. But we are going to go ahead and... Now, you could put a 1 buff beam connecting right across here with 2 archers, but we've got plenty of defense units on this one. So I'm going to put a buff beam... Just a 4 DU buff beam, not even required to be that long, just right there. Make sure you got those auras covered. We do. And then the same thing on this side. And then now we want to switch over to the old summoner and get a couple of archers laid down. And that's really going to be, that's going to do it for the build. I mean, once you get just a decent, even remotely decent set of gear. Actually, this map is completable, and I mean, if you've got builder stats probably over 1,000, it's pretty easy to complete this map. We're going to do it with an archer on each side here, and then we'll hop on over to our DPS. Not that it's necessary, but it'll just speed things up a little bit. And away we go. If you are, if you've got the low level, under 1,000 or whatever, DPS or tower build stats and you want to try this map, it's, obviously it's the first one, so it's pretty easy. As long as you bust your DPS out, you can handle this map in just about any set of gear. Auras, EVs with buff beams, and the Summoner. And it's pretty well good game. Now, still a few waves to go, of course. But we'll go ahead and blaze through these. In my current set of gear, I don't really need to upgrade anything. But if you're real low, by all means, throw some upgrades around. Shoot some stuff, upgrade some stuff, and it's pretty well good game. Now this map isn't too bad with the lag, but some of the maps when you get more mobs on it are quite brutal with the excessive lag. So you want to make sure you're shooting in the right area. And should be about to start wave 4 here. Now I do, even on these maps where the chances of me getting an upgrade are pretty slim to none, at this point you will get a ton of upgrades just right on this map, right out of the gates. So I have been making sure I check all the chests every wave, and also making sure you take a look at blueprints, because you can get some pretty decent blueprints on any Nightmare map, really. Of course, to get the 400 base items, blueprints, you're gonna want, you're gonna be wanting to do much tougher maps. But you can get some decent Nightmare starter gear right out of the deeper well here on Nightmare mode. And just one more wave to go, and it's good game. And then also, there's a range. You're not going to get anything spectacular for the end of map rewards, but you can get, good starter pieces if it's a new character, or, if you're just coming into the game. This should be a pretty quick one. My archers and my R's are doing pretty well right now, so this map is, with this strategy, pretty basic, of course. I'm sure tons of people use similar strats. It's pretty much an AFK egg hatching and pet leveling map at this point. And just a few baddies left. Not really seeing anything spectacular laying around. Take a peek at this amulet here. Garbage. Of course, not using. I did get a Splendid North Blade, which who knows what the stats could be. Let's take a peek at it. Yeah, it's pretty much junk, but it'll sell for 40 gold, I believe. So that's going to do it for video number 1 on my Nightmare series in Dungeon Defenders Eternity. Thanks for watching. Click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back soon with some more DDE. Thanks again.